Hey, what's going on, you guys? The Airsoft Animal here for a little bit of a vlog video. I just wanted to talk about something that I think is really important, and I know a bunch of YouTubers already have been talking about this also and talking about how important it is, and one of them namely is Crazy NC Man. Alright, trolls, don't give me crap about liking Crazy NC Man. I like Crazy NC Man. Anyways, before we start, if you're wondering what AEG I have in front of me here, and yes, this is an upcoming review, little sneak peek for those of you who want to know what I'm reviewing next. This is going to be the Elite Force M4 CQB in flat dark earth. So that's going to be my next review. That's not what we're talking about today, though. Today we're going to be talking about how really important it is to support your local business in your area. Now, I'm sure all of you know that the Big Four out in California, what we call the Big Four, would be E-Vike, Airsoft Megastore, Airsoft GI, and Airsplat, pretty much have a monopoly on the Airsoft business, on the Airsoft, they're like Walmart, they put people out of business with their price wars, with their shipping wars. Just they compete with each other, and it hurts the small businesses and the local businesses around the United States. Now, I understand, like, if you live in Southern California, you got E-Vike right around the corner from you, great. I'm happy for you. But, if you don't, try to support your local business as much as you can. I'm going to tell you a couple stories about local businesses here in a second, but you want to try to support your local business as much as I can. Now, one thing I want to say is I have bought from E-Vike. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I actually bought this gun from E-Vike. I actually just got it today, and I've been dicking around with it a little bit, checking it out, just seeing how it is. I bought it from E-Vike. Now, I'm not against buying things from these Big Four, but if you have the guns and stuff available at your local store, shop there instead. Like for me, for example, we have a small airsoft store here in upstate New York, in Rochester, New York. But they're very small. Like I said, they don't have a lot of power to get these guns, so therefore they were not selling the M4 CQB. They didn't have the M4 CQB, so I had to buy it from E-Vike or Airsoft Megastore or one of these other companies. Now, if they had the M4 CQB, I would have bought it from there, because it's important to support your local businesses, because if you don't, all the airsoft stores that we have are going to be in California. And, all our local businesses will go out of business. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. My mom actually lives down in Florida, in Coral Springs, which is sort of a suburb of Fort Lauderdale. I was down there the past couple weeks ago, and I was checking out airsoft stores down there, since we only have one here in New York, and I wanted to see what other variety these other airsoft stores had around the country. So we found the airsoft store, we went into it, and they were going out of business. Probably due to these wars between the big California Four. That light just went off, but probably due to the competition between the big California Four. They just couldn't keep up, and they weren't getting sales. They were an airsoft paintball store, and so they had a going out of business sale, and I didn't care. When I walked in that store, I was going to buy something. I was going to buy something from a local business to try and keep them going. It was a little too late. They were already going out of business, so they were having their going out of business sale. I'll just show you guys what I bought. They had a sale on BBs, buy two get one free. So I bought 3 bottles. I got 3 bottles of 5,000 round bottles of Elite Force BBs for $30. And that's also where I got my M9 that I just reviewed. I got it there. you know, I was gonna spend some money in there, whatever I did, you know. I really am really for supporting your local businesses, and I think it's very important. I think all of you should as well. If you have a local business and they have what you're looking for, don't order it off e-bike. You don't need to order it off e-bike. Go to your local store, buy the gun. It might cost a little more, but you'll feel better in the long run for supporting your local businesses, because tell you what, these local businesses are important because, you know, we have one here in Rochester that used to be at a different location. It was just a little store, you know, an upstairs apartment store thing. But they partnered up with another, or they raised their money from their sales, and they opened an indoor field, the first indoor field in Rochester, New York. So that's what's going to happen if you support your local business and you buy things from them. They'll be able to open these fields, and we'll have more fields available to us all around the United States. Now, so I heard about that. I went and visited the store. I made a purchase. I went in there and I said, I'm going to make a purchase today. There's something I needed. I actually needed more green gas. They actually didn't have any green gas in stock. They had just ordered more. They didn't have any in stock. But I was very, I was definitely going to buy something. So I actually purchased, I'm not going to grab it, but I have it over there. I purchased a gun case, a gun bag, because they're an indoor field and their requirements, which this is sort of going off on a tangent, but, you know, they have requirements, and I believe that their requirements should be the requirements of all fields around the country. They require you have the orange tip on your gun, which I think is very important. I leave the orange tip on all my guns because it's really not worth, you know, getting in trouble with the police over, you know, how bad is the orange tip really? How bad does it really look? Not really. They require that all your guns must be brought and carried around the store in a gun bag. That's something that should be in every airsoft field. These are basic requirements that all fields should mandate. Anyways, regardless, so they have their indoor field. It's doing pretty well from what I hear. They're getting solid business. I went in there to chrono my pistols to see if I could use them there. They have a 350 FPS velocity limit. I brought it in there to see if they would work. They were doing a game, and there were about 40 or 50 people there, and they were doing a game, and so it looked like business for them is doing pretty well. So I'm going to continue to shop there. I think it's important to support your local businesses, and I would hope that the rest of you start to speak out and to say, no, I'm not going to shop at e-bike if I don't have to. E-bike, Airsoft Megastore, Airsoft GI, Airsplat. Don't ever shop at Airsplat, by the way. That's a whole nother story. But support your local businesses. Stand up, say, I'm not going to shop at e-bike. I'm going to go down the street a little ways and support my business here from people that are just like me, because these people are just like us, love Airsoft, want to make money doing Airsoft. They want people to have a place to play. They're just like us, and say, well, we're going to support the people that are just like us. We want them to stay in business, because I definitely don't want our field here that we have, our indoor CQB field, to close down. I don't want that, and I and the rest of the people here are not going to let that happen. So, please support your local business if you have one. If you don't, that's a problem. We need to get more of these businesses opening up, and we need them to stay in business, and we need them to be able to compete with the big Cali 4. So that's the video, guys. Just a little bit of a rant vlog thing. I wanted to get my opinion out there, and definitely look for the review coming up probably today, tomorrow, sometime in the next few days. I still got to put a few more rounds through it. I want to get really familiar with it, but look for the review on the Elite Force M4 CQB, because from what I've seen so far, this is a fantastic gun at a very reasonable price. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.